Hello, welcome back to All Access AFL. Here to basically just explain the AFL to you. I mean, it isn't that hard. I mean, how hard could it be? Fatal does it. No, I'm just playing. Basically, you have in the NFC North, Gettysburg Eagles, Milwaukee Packers, Lansing Lions, Brooklyn Giants. Holy fuck. Okay, goddamn. Honestly, probably the hardest division. I'm gonna break it down from hardest divisions. Um, the way they drafted their teams is really, really well. I know all of those owners except for the Lions. Um, they're all pretty good owners. I know they'll all do a good job. I don't know what's up with the Giants. They started out 0-3, but I know they have a good team. I know he does a good job. With I mean, putting lines together the way he does is pretty good. The Milwaukee Packers played them today. It took us like 2 hours to complete one game. Had really bad lag outs and everything. We were going back and forth. Had to restart at half. Just took us a long ass time. Grey Goose has probably the best line in the VFL, in my opinion. We played them tonight. We won. I don't think that makes us the best line, but I definitely think it puts a statement out there. I haven't got a complete line yet. Me and my line are still like kind of jiggly. Everything that happened. Everything that happened today was kind of just off bat and everything. I had people moving up. I have like 8 out of my like 22 players that don't even want to play. So I have a lot to move around yet. With that, I do believe that we will win the AFC North, the second strongest division in my opinion. Not because of the offenses, but because of how good the defenses are. Obviously, the Boston Patriots have a really good offense, but I do believe they have a really good defense there. With the ownership they have in Methula in the VFL and AFL, the ownership there is really tight. He does a really good job. And I know him, and I know he's gonna find a way to win. That's what Methula does. That's Methula's whole. That's who Methula is. That's the only way to say it. Like that's what he lives for, is to win and show you he's good at football and he knows how to run a team. And that's why I think they're gonna come in second place. In the AFC South, you have, which I think is the third strongest division. You have a really well-rounded. Oh my god. A really well-rounded team, or teams conference, and that whole division just looks real good. I'm gonna take the Fort Lauderdale Dolphins now. I've downed the Dolphins beforehand, but it's that team just snaps together. They just have everything they need. They have chemistry. They have everything. So with what they have and who they have, they're really looking good. The Texans are also looking good. Not to down on the Texans at all. I think you guys are going to be right there with the Dolphins head to head, honestly. But I feel like the Dolphins are going to overcome the Blues. In the NFC South, you have the Saints, the Panthers, the Niners, and the Falcons. I like every team in here. It's all these teams. I know all the owners, and they're really, really good owners. And the Saints, they did whoop up on my fourth line pretty bad, but again, it's just gonna come down to game time. And if you can keep doing that on a regular basis, if you can beat me on a regular basis, then it's over, and I don't have that chance, and then the Patriots will take my division. But you have to have that consistency, and I believe the Saints have that consistency to be able to win almost all their games. And I've seen his lineups, and I know they're good, but I don't see them beating the Niners every time. I don't see them beating them 60 or 70% of the time. I really don't see him beating them that often. I know the Niners owner. I know all his players. They are really good. They're really underrated, and people underestimate them, and that's why I think that he's going to end up winning that division. I'm going to take the Niners over the Saints, and I'm going to take the Saints as second place. With the playoffs in the NFC, I see it breaking down as the Eagles, the Packers, Baton Rouge, and then the Niners. Or, I mean, the Niners and then Baton Rouge. I apologize. So the first seed will be the Eagles, second, Packers, third, the Niners, and the fourth is the Saints. Um, in the AFC, it's gonna be. Sorry, I apologize. It's gonna be the Bengals. It's gonna be the Dolphins. Then it's gonna be the Patriots, and then the Texans. I feel like these teams are all going to succeed this year. I feel like they're going to do a really good job. If you were not one of these teams named, do not think of it as like, hey, he hates us or hey, he thinks we're not good. No, that's not it at all. You just got to prove me wrong. This is my opinion on who I think is going to look good after what I've seen so far. You know what I'm like? If you think like, oh, well, he's wrong, prove me wrong. I dare you. I really would. I love a competition. And to the Patriots, the Ravens, and the Steelers, like I didn't talk about the Ravens and the Steelers because I don't know them. I don't know the owners. I don't know any of those players. If you're mad that I didn't talk about you, I apologize, but you need to talk to me so that I get to know you or, scrim me something. Um, with the Boston Patriots, I know that team. I know their players, and that's why I think that I'll end up having the upper hand. But then again, they know me, but they don't know all my players. I kept all my players secret. Mathula, though, the only thing is I'm scared of Mathula. He knows how to run a team. He knows how to win a game. He knows what he's doing when it comes to management. And to be honest with you, that's the only thing that it kind of scares me. I don't know who his management is in the AFL, but I know they're good. I know Mathula wouldn't put someone there that's not going to do his job. So, with that being said, if I had to choose who would go on in the playoffs, who I think is going to go on, um, I said it would be the Eagles, the Packers, the Niners, and the Saints. So that would mean the Eagles play the Saints, and then the Niners play the Packers. If I had to choose the Packers and Niners, I'd choose the Packers. I think the Niners are a good team. I just don't think they'll be able to overcome the Packers. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I did that wrong. The Niners would win their division, so they would be ahead of them. So the Saints would be taking. It'd still be the same, though. So I think the Packers would beat the Niners. If it came down to the Saints and the Eagles, I'm choosing the Eagles. I feel like the Eagles have a better base team. They have more of a wide variety. Football's over, so overalls and everything, that ain't going up anymore. I feel like the Saints are at their peak. It just matters how much you can do with Drew Brees in that whole passing offense, because that run offense isn't as good. But the Saints, they're a really well-based team. I just feel like the Eagles are just way more advanced in it's like you gotta watch for Michael Vick, Deshaun Jackson, all of those players. Not to mention the people he has on his team. Satan Steven drafted a really good team. So, interested to see how that turns out. If I had to choose an NFC representative for the Super Bowl, I feel like the Packers are going to come in and I feel like they'll win 4-3. They're going to be, actually, no, I'm going to say 4-2 because I feel like the Packers are going to be pissed that they didn't get the first seed, and I feel like they're going to feel like they're underestimated, and the Eagles might be like, hey, we've beat them before so many times. That could possibly happen. So I'm going to go with the Packers to win the NFC. If we go over to the AFC, the Bengals would take on the Patriots, and the Dolphins would be taking on the Texans. They might mix it up and switch it up because of the divisions, but if they didn't, then I guess we go with the traditional 2 takes the 3 and a 1 takes the 4. So I would say Fort Lauderdale Dolphins beat the Texans. I would say the Bengals beat the Patriots, and I would honestly say my Bengals could beat the Dolphins. And that's a little cliche, but I feel like the two teams from the beginning since I've been saying are going to be the Packers and the Bengals. I've seen both teams, I've seen both rosters, and I know it's my roster, and I know it seems cocky, but after what happened today, us going 2-1, that's a big milestone. That's enough for me to know. And I played one of the shittiest games I could have played today, and we still ended up winning. So the second half really saved us, though. So you know, that's all I really have to say about that. And I know people are like, why don't you choose the best team in the AFL? You really can't choose the best team in the AFL just on one reason, okay? Most of the people in the AFL you've brought up from communities, lobbies, your friends, people like that. Like, people we don't know. Like, people that are, like, we don't know them. So we can't say, hey, this person's this better, and this person's better, this team's better, this is this. You can't make that assumption because all the players, you don't know who they are. In the VFL, everybody knows who everybody is, and you know what the power rankings are. Grey Goose went out and made a power ranking off of who we drafted. You know what? I honestly congratulate him because he did a pretty damn good job on the player's skill. But he forgot that the it factor's out there. You never know what's going to happen, and that's what I love about this game called football. You never know. Then again, you also have to watch out for, Madden. That's really all I have to say for right now. Owners for the AFL squads, if you don't know, you have to go in and post news articles. We don't have to, but it makes shit more interesting, and I've posted one, Child, and somebody else has also posted one. They're fun little things that you can do, that just make it a lot more fun for you to be an owner and whatnot. It just makes everything more interesting. If you would like to be on my show, post below. Also, I am wanting to do like a top 5 plays for the AFL. So if you do want those, post them below, post your plays below, because I kind of want to put some on my show anyway, but I need plays and I can't just do it alone. So why not ask the whole AFL? And hopefully we'll get this AFL versus VFL bowl going on at the end of this season. See who's better. That's really all I have to say for All Access AFL. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next week.
Do you marvel at my flow or shiver at my genius? Yes. You think of STDs from all the hickeys on my penis. We let the beat live, these other rappers are a bore. I kill so many tracks, they recognize me at the morgue. Bought a 20-pack of Trojans on my last trip to the store. I did a show that night and had to go the next day to buy more. You can test me if you want, examination if you